Hello and welcome to the command phase. My name is Mark and thank you so much for joining me. We've just had the Warhammer reveal show from the Las Vegas Open and this is honestly the most excited I've come away from one of these in a long time. With the incredible new Kroot models alongside the much needed update to the Drukhai Mandrakes in the next Kill Team box, my wallet is already shaking at the prospect of being emptied by both of them. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. First of all, we have to talk about the new Kroot. Having been released back in 2001, these models got the update they truly needed, and some incredible new sculpts and units I honestly wasn't expecting to see. First up, we need to talk about the faithful Kroot Carnivores. It's night and day compared to the older dated sculpts and really befitting their race. We saw recently in Kill Team with the Farstalker Kinband what they could be, and this update was then brought in for these guys. The poses are really dynamic, lots of character in each, and obviously the most exciting part of the kit, the Kroot Pupper.
Aww, cute!
We've also been told about a Tangle Bomb launcher to add some explosive firepower to the traditional Kroot rifles in the unit, although it's not the best looking gun in the world. The Kroot War Shaper looks to be more like the leader of the force, maybe a captain equivalent for the Kroot, a commanding pose on a much needed tactical rock. The Shaper can either be equipped with a blade stave and prey hook that we can see here, or alternatively the dart bow and tri-blade here for a more ranged option, with the bow potentially having precision. Next up we have the Kroot Flesh Shaper, and this feels to me like a direct upgrade to the current Shaper model with his blades and Kroot rifle, although significantly better. It's a far more dynamic pose, showing his vicious nature and being ready for a fight. It'll be interesting to see how these two characters differ in the rules for the army. The Krootox is probably for me the biggest upgrade in sculpt from the range shown today. This looks absolutely incredible. The extra details of the ornamentation on the upgraded muscular body of the Krootox itself really adds so much flavour to the unit. Tangle cannons and repeater cannons look to be the two weapon options available to this larger, more mature version of the new cavalry unit, Krootox Rampagers. Speaking of which, these Rampagers look like a really solid melee addition to the Tau army. These skirmish cavalry style models charge ahead of the rest of the force to deal with some potentially bigger threats. The riders have both hunting blades and javelins, giving each Rampager 7 attacks in combat. With a squad size up to 6, this is a lot of potential damage. Although I don't imagine they'll be meant to take on larger vehicles or monsters. I'm a huge fan of these sculpts. They look incredibly dynamic and honestly some of the best cavalry units I've seen in Warhammer full stop. It honestly feels like the sculptors have been given far more freedom and license for creativity with these models, and something I'd like to see more of in 40k. The Kroot will also be getting their own dedicated detachment in the upcoming codex, the Kroot Hunting Pack, which is extremely exciting, and hopefully their profiles will get a bit of a boost, as currently toughness 3 and a 6-up save may well struggle to find a place in lists, with plenty of tactical and mission secondaries involving killing units. All of these models alongside the brand new Tau Codex will be coming in a limited edition launch box, which contains 20 Carnivores, 1 War Shaper, 1 Flesh Shaper, 1 Krootox and a squad of 3 Krootox Rampagers, to give anyone a really nice combat addition to their Tau force or a great start to a Kroot one. This, if it's anything like the Deathwing box we've just had, will be coming in at around £135, €175 or $220. This might not be for every Tau player, which is a slight shame as it would be the only way to get hold of the codex early, although I can imagine some players buying multiple boxes and selling on the extra codex. Speaking of the codex, I'm a huge fan of the older artwork here being utilised for this. Love the original colour scheme myself for the Tau, and it's really nice design for anybody wanting to add this to their collection. We still haven't seen the model that was teased previously, so more exciting Kroot to come. Maybe they'll get a bigger model like a Narlock or something to be a centerpiece for their army. Hopefully there'll also be a leader for the Rampagers to give that amazing looking unit some more support or buffs. I wasn't expecting Games Workshop to push a fully playable army on their own, but with these reveals and the fact that we haven't seen the last of them yet, with them saying this is about half of the range, makes me truly excited about what can come, and I bet existing Tau players are too. Up next is Kill Team Nightmare, and alongside the Night Lords we finally have the Drukhai Mandrakes revealed as to who they are up against in this box set, and again the kit really did need an upgrade from the old Finecast variant. We have the Night Lords kill team, which we saw a few weeks back, which is a fantastic upgrade sprue addition to really give the Legionaries kit a lot more flavour for the Night Lords, with weaponry, iconography, helmets and shoulder pads just to name a few. This looks like a really fun kill team and something I hope Games Workshop decide to pursue with other legions to give 40k and kill team players more options to personalise their models. The Mandrakes were the other half of the box, and my word did these kits need an upgrade, especially due to being Finecast and all the problems that were associated with that. These sculpts did a really nice job of improving the quality of the models while keeping the same aesthetic. 40k Drukhai players I'm sure will be ecstatic about this update and will be looking forward to putting these stealthy infiltrator units onto the table. I do like the variation in these models and very intrigued to find out how they'll end up playing in Kill Team. This looks to be a very melee focused kill team, although I'm sure their Shadow Flame will give them ranged attacks of sorts. In the article they talked about a Shadow Weaver being a particularly perilous operative with command over the stuff of darkness being second to none, so I can imagine some interesting abilities to help cloak the battlefield and help get the units into combat a lot sooner. I don't see a huge amount of variety in their weaponry, so it'll be interesting to see how unique the operatives will be in the rule set. These two will go head to head in the Kill Team Nightmare box alongside an extra piece of terrain for the Beta Decima board called a Genitorium Hub, which is meant to sit in the middle of the board. It's a nice way to help block some more line of sight in the game alongside some heavy cover, and it'd be interesting to see how this changes any of the gains going forward. Not the most exciting piece of terrain, but still not really the main focus of this box. Hopefully with the changes to the boxes this season, this will be the same as the current Kill Team Salvation box, coming in at £80, €105 or $130, which makes the price better for a much more team focused box rather than including all the terrain too. With the individual boxes coming out later on down the line, which will make grabbing these much needed Mandrakes early for 40k a little more difficult for Drukhai players. Overall, a fantastic reveal, and I'm hugely excited by that Kroot Force and what's to come next for them, although my wallet will be doubly empty as I also want that Kill Team box too. Let me know in the comment section below what your favourite part of the reveal was and any models that you're really looking forward to picking up. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, please hit that like and subscribe button as it really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching the command phase, and I'll see you in the next video.